home inspectors have the best stories. And
They do.
we have not only a home inspector, but an ex-police officer as well. So
True.
I'm just curious to know, what are some crazy home inspection stories that you'd be willing to share with us?
What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the ProfitDig Construction Show. My name is Chris Work. We are joined this evening by Wally Rankin of Trout Creek Home Inspections. He covers the entire Middle Tennessee area. If you are in need of a quality home inspection, don't screw this up. It's freaking important. So you should contact Wally, and we will have his contact information in the description of this video. And Jeff Givens. He's our chief technical officer at ProfitDig.com.
Yeah, resident nerd.
Resident nerd, whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
Every group's got to have one.
Every group has one. He's a pretty smart dude. So
they call me Poindexter and all sorts of crazy
and all
names
sorts of crazy
around here.
things. Well,
Four eyes.
I don't.
Get to work, Four Eyes.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it goes around here. But anyway. We have a very affordable job bidding and costing solution for contractors, so check us out. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, leave some comments. If you have any questions, something you want to talk about, let us know. So, welcome.
Thank you.
How is
Appreciate
everyone?
you guys having me.
It's a good
I
one.
appreciate you all. So, we're here all the time. So, for
know-
you to come all the way down here and sit with us, that means a whole lot.
Not a big
And
deal.
we really
Not a big
appreciate
deal.
it. So.
I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but growing up in Middle Tennessee, I always heard the expression, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
But it wasn't when I lived in Georgia for a little while, the first time someone told me, I appreciate you. I don't know, it had like a little more depth to it, you know? It's like, he appreciates me?
You.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never really had that connection with somebody before.
But you know, I hear that here too. It sort of depends on the scope of the transaction.
That's true.
If you're-
Appreciate ya.
If you're holding the door for me, I got my hands full. Appreciate
That's
it.
Probably more
But-
where I grew up.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Michigan. Everything's shortened.
Yeah. All right. On to some serious topics.
What you got, Jeff? I know you've been thinking about something over there.
Yeah, so home inspectors have the best stories. And
They do.
we have not only a home inspector, but an ex-police officer as well. So
True.
I'm just curious to know, what are some crazy home inspection stories that you'd be willing to share with us?
Well, real quick though, were you? Oh gosh, what's the word am I thinking of? Were you?
Can't read your mind, brother.
I know, serving the people while you became.
No.
And so, okay. That's what I was saying. 'Cause I was going to ask, how many arrests have you made while
While
inspecting?
doing
Oh,
home
yeah. That would be, that'd be great to go
I'm
like
here for home
undercover.
inspection,
Yeah.
handcuffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you see some stuff in houses. It'd be
Yeah.
good for me
Yeah.
doing undercover work. Yeah,
Gosh,
for sure.
all right. Well, sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
It'd be a crime to sell this house.
It should be.
Let's see. I was doing a house in the greater Nashville area one time. I'm not going to say the exact city, just for reasons.
Absolutely.
And I was up on the roof, and it was a metal roof. And I noticed that the roof was bubbling.
Bubbling.
And yeah, the paint on the metal roof was bubbling.
Okay.
Right up at the peak. I'm
Okay.
going, it's weird. So I went down, and once I finished my roof inspection, my next part of the inspection is the attic. So the attic came next. And this was an old home that was split into a duplex.
Okay.
And they put a wall in between, but of course, like most duplexes that are conversions, they don't extend it up to the attic because you're supposed to have a firewall between units, and most houses don't have that.
Okay.
So I get up in the attic and I'm going through, and I hear all kinds of rustling going on. I'm like, what is that sound? And flashing my flashlight around, and pretty soon there's glowing eyes staring at me. I'm like, what in the world? And I crawl back a little further toward it, which most people wouldn't do, but I have problems. So I get back closer to it, and there's about a 40-pound raccoon sitting back in the corner of the crawl space. And I had noted earlier that there was a piece of soffit missing, and that's obviously where he was getting into the attic and made his home up there. So I turned around and started working my way back the other direction, meanwhile sharing the attic with this raccoon. And I noticed in the area where the bubbling roof is right where the chimney had been knocked below the roof line. So somebody had started a fire after that chimney was knocked off below the roof line. So
wow,
yeah, that was fun.
And so they've had multiple fires. I mean,
Multiple.
It's like they obviously didn't know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and the raccoon's like, man, it's cozy up in here. You know?
Great living conditions.
He's like kicked back, yeah. Eating on whatever he can find out of the trash can at night. Oh,
They're pretty resourceful creatures. I know
They
from
are.
experience.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I'm trying to think. I have anything else? I did.
What about crawl space? I know
Crawl spaces are
I
fun.
can only imagine,
I've seen my share.
I don't like my own crawl space.
I've seen my share of snakes in crawl spaces. Snakes tend to crawl away from you. They don't really do too much to you in crawl space, so not a big deal. The thing that probably scared me the most one time is I was crawling through crawl space, and contractors that do work down there tend to leave old scraps behind. And there had been a plumbing contractor down there that had cut out some plumbing, and there were some plumbing pieces laying down there underneath the house. And I don't know why. I was curious to see what the inside of that pipe looked like, and I grabbed it, and a mouse shot out and bounced off my face.
Oh, that scared the shit
I
out of
screamed so loud inside my respirator. It was not very manly. It was not. I can admit that was not a manly situation there. Yeah. So that scared me bad, but. It happens, you know. There's all kinds of fun stuff down there in crawl space. You got cave crickets. They like to jump at you.
Yeah.
I remember you were telling me about this guy with some jars one time.
Yeah.
Jars in the crawl space.
Yeah. So this is that in Dixon County?
I wasn't there.
I'll name the town because it's small.
It was in the greater middle Tennessee.
It was in Van Leer. It was in Van Leer.
Okay.
And
You narrowed it down to 60 people.
It's more like 1,600.
You know this person if you're in Van Leer. Guaranteed. All right?
Probably. This house, it looked like it needed to be demoed as I pulled up. And it's one of those, sometimes I go to inspection and I'm like, why am I here? Can you not see that this is a dump? I mean, it happens. Yeah. And so I start going through, and those inspections are the hardest because it's so hard to focus. Because as an inspector, like, your senses are just going off like crazy. Like,
every
that's
alert
wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
Where to begin?
So it's like, where do you start? So really our software keeps us in line. Is like, okay, check all these boxes. Then you move to the next item. Then you check all these boxes. Anyways, not long after I showed up, an old man shows up. Oh, this is my sister's house. She's in a home now, but there's some stuff down in the crawl space I'm going to go get out. Crawl space, but okay.
All right.
So I'm inside the house.
Probably rather than get it before you go down there, whatever it is, anyways, right?
Yeah. So I'm working through the house, and I get done with everything in the house. I save the crawl space for last because nobody wants to do that, and we want to flood all the plumbing to see if there's any leaks. So I go down to the crawl space, and he's sitting in there. There's enough room where he could sit. He was sitting on a milk crate.
Whoa. A person.
A person.
Okay. All right.
He's in the crawl space.
Okay.
And he's sitting on this milk crate, and there's these shelves against the wall in the crawl space, and all these canned, somebody canned goods down there, and he's just going through all of them. and putting them in more milk crates and hauling them out. And I'm thinking, those look disgusting. I wouldn't eat any of those.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I thought you were going to say he was a closet drinker and he has some white lightning or something under there. You know, and he just crawl out.
You would think.
Grandpappy's medicine,
So I crawl through and I crawled past him. And I get to the HVAC unit, and I can see the ductwork is all messed up, and there's a big hole underneath the flange. So you can see an animal's been coming under it and tore it up. So I crawled under the ductwork, and I rolled over on my back, and I'm taking a picture of it kind of back toward him, back toward the entrance. And I rolled back over to crawl further, and there's a skunk about 5 feet away from me.
Oh, of course.
And I'm going, oh no. So I start backing up real slow, back up. And I go back past the old man after I took a couple Instagram videos, of course, of the skunk. And I said, there's a skunk back there. What are you doing in here? Oh, it won't bother you. And he just sat there and kept sorting the jars. And I said, well, I don't have to go any further because there's a skunk in here, so have a nice day. And I left, and he just stayed in the crawl space with the skunk.
Yeah. Just hanging out with his canned goods.
Yeah, he was down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty scary within itself.
Yeah, there's we see some stuff for sure.
Yeah, if you're willing to just hang out in your crawl space with your...
Yeah. I mean, an inspection takes me about 3 hours, so he'd been down there for a good 3 hours.
Wow.
Just hanging out.
How many jars were there?
A lot.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe winter was just around the corner.
I guess.
Stuck up. So.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, good stuff, Wally. I appreciate that.
No problem.
We appreciate you joining us this evening.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate
Thanks as
you.
always. I appreciate you, Jeff Gibbons.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Ooh, kind of snow. Appreciate it, Jeff.
It's a little warm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm totally kidding. But I'm not kidding about needing a quality home inspection performed. That sounded kind of cheesy. But if you are in the greater Middle Tennessee area and you're looking to purchase a home, you need a quality inspection because it can save you, Jeff could tell you, it can save you a lot of money. So
I have some personal experience with this topic.
I know.
I'm very regretful that I did not know Wally at the time.
Yep.
Because I would have much preferred to have his inspection rather than the very costly inspection that I had done before him.
I know you would. So contact Wally at Trout Creek Inspections. His contact information is found in the description of this video. And we ask that you subscribe to the channel and like the video, leave some comments, let us know what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And obviously visit ProfitDig.com, where we have a low-cost job bidding and costing solution for contractors. It's perfect for you. Thanks for visiting. We'll see you again.